Hey everyone, this is Amber from Charming Crafts, and I just wanted to do a review on the bead rollers. I'm hoping that my sound on my video this time is a little bit better than I had the last time. It's always a work in progress when you do these things. Again, excuse my nails, I've been beading all day today. And I don't think last time I explained the rollers that I got very well anyways. These are the extendable bead rollers, adjustable length split pin rollers that I got from Julie A. Bolduc, and she sells them. I got them off Amazon. She also sells them on her Etsy shop at JPFun. Lots of cool stuff in her shop. I've got a lot of her stuff actually in my basket. That's funny. Um, Anyways, I just kind of wanted to show you these bead rollers and then go over a little bit about what I've been making with them and how they've turned out. I actually love these bead rollers. One thing that I like is they're pretty. They feel good in your hand. I do wish that this top part was just a tad bit longer because of the way I roll, but they're comfortable. They feel good in your hand. Um, and I think that the colors are fun and all the beads on them, if you can see that, they all match each of the rollers. So they come with two beads each. I do wish that I had some more because the ones that I use the most are the number 3, which is the 1/8 inch, and I use this one on almost all my beads. And what is the other one that I use? And then for my smaller beads, well, the number 1 is a 5/64. I haven't really glued that bead up very much, but this one I sure have, and a lot of my glue stuck to it, and so I'd like some more beads to be able to replace these. So you can buy these all by themselves on her shop, but I got all of them, which I'm very glad that I did. And in her pack, she also put in there, which this was just genius, a needle tool. So that was really cool. I use it to glue the inside of my beads, poke stuff, whatever. But I thought it was cool because that matches the set. So totally excited about that. And like again, I said the colors are fun, the shapes are good, they're comfortable to roll. Um, this is actually my first bead rollers, and I'm glad that I picked these. I was using not a toothbrush, a paintbrush, and a toothpick, crochet hooks, and I really like these for one because sometimes, I mean, I've used other bead rollers, but these are the only ones I've owned. Um, So these are my first set of bead rollers. The thing that I like about it is because a lot of the bead rollers that you'll get will be, and I'll use my favorite one, will be, this is it. You know, you'll have a wood end to it, and then you'll have your little piece of metal that you put your paper in, and then say you're trying to make a bigger bead. Well, this is the only space you have. Well, with these, look how much more they pull out. So I can make a really big bead if I wanted to. I probably wouldn't have it all that way. But usually I'll pull it out to like here, and it's cool to kind of use the stabilizer bead for a guide bead. I found the more that I use these, like a couple of them when I first got them, I would have to put a bead here and here to keep it kind of closed. But since I use it all the time, I only have to have a bead, and I have to have one bead on there. And then my paper goes right in, and once I start rolling, this will close nice on it, and I just keep rolling the bead. So, like I said, you can buy them all separate. I bought the whole pack, and so I got 5 rollers plus the needle tool, and all the sizes. Let me find number 1, which is the smallest. It's a 5/64 inch. And then the number 2 is a 332, which is also a 2.38 millimeter. The number 3, which is my favorite, the yellow one, is a 1/8, and it is a 3.18 millimeter. The number 4, the green one, is a 4 millimeter. The number 5 is a 4.75 millimeter, and then your needle tool. So they're all really nice, and like I said, I love them. I love the looks of them, love the color, love the style, and I'm going to show you a couple beads that I've actually been rolling with them. And they just look cute on my desk too, because the little beads are on top. They're so decorative. I love them. So, couple beads that I've actually been rolling today is I found some kind of cool little, kind of almost like cardboard. They're kind of like, what is it? The paper bags that you get at the grocery store. So I'm going to make kind of like a recycled looking necklace out of these. Actually, they have no gloss or anything on them. They were just rolled and glued. But as you can see, the hole is really nice. It made a very nice, tight, even bead. I also made this today. No, I started this one yesterday, and I've already dipped it. If you can hear that, this feels like wood. It's light, but I used the number 3, the 1/8, to roll this bead. But now that I have dipped it, it doesn't fit back in there. But you can see by the colors how nicely tight and even all those rolls are. And I think this is a really kind of cool bead. I still have to gloss it. It's just been dipped in PC wood hardener or PC petrifier. And then I've also been rolling, some of these are actually, I coned them out and I've glued them. I'm making kind of bigger beads like this. This isn't finished either. I just put this together, still drying, so I can put the middle piece on there and make some bigger beads I'm kind of trying to invent a cool necklace, so we'll see how those turn out. And look at the colors on this one. And that's all done with the number 3 to 1/8. I really like that size because I use a lot of hemp. So if you can see that hole, it gives me enough room to put hemp cord in and out of there. And I made some, so they start out kind of looking like this. I just took this one off the roller not too long ago. It's just glued, nothing's glossed. And then I put them on actually the end of her beading tool, and I push the bead out. So that's kind of cool. Extra little thing you can use with these is you roll them and you can turn around and cone out your beads for whatever you're doing. So, and this is a bracelet that I made. This is little stone kind of beads that are in the middle. But I rolled these, again, as I stated, the number 3 is my absolute favorite. And so I made that. It's kind of like a stretchy southwestern bracelet. Also, what else? Oh, I rolled this one with it too. Southwestern beads. I kind of decorated them up and made a necklace out of that. This necklace is for my aunt. I think I actually showed that before, but I was having some sound issues. So I'm hoping that this is fixed this time. As most of you know, when we're doing YouTube videos, there's always something happening or something that that you have to go by to make your videos or your sound better or something like that. It's just how it is. Another thing I was learning to do, and this is actually, let me get that little tiny, let's see, the number 1, which is the 2 millimeter. If you can see that little tiny bead hole, I used the red 2mm, actually it still fits in there, to do the middle of this bead. The outside of the bead is actually what's called boondoggling. So I was trying to get creative and find different ways to make pendants and stuff for my necklaces, to give them some kind of pizzazz. So I'm still in the middle of constructing the rest of the beads for this boondoggle bead. That's what we'll call it, is a boondoggle bead. And I did see a video, and I can't remember which lady was showing me this, but they're actually out of India, and a lot of their jewelry is made out of paper, and they call it boondoggling. Well, they just take it and they fold it, and it's kind of like it's weaving paper, and then they go ahead and put them on jewelry, but they don't do anything to harden the paper. And to me, I'm a little rough on my jewelry. I'm rough as where I put my stuff at. I don't really have jewelry boxes in places, but even if you did, something would lay on it, and I think that it would crush. So I thought, well, maybe I should try dipping it in PC wood petrifier. And I thought, well, what if it doesn't work? Well, if it doesn't work, I'll throw it away. And actually, if you can hear that, it's pretty hard, and it did work. I just had to be careful about how I dipped it, because you can see there's a lot of grooves and paper weaving here. So I went ahead and dipped it, but I paid attention to it more, and I hit it on the side a little bit, and I made sure and tipped it, made sure everything was drying. It took a little bit of babysitting basically, but it's hard now. I dipped it twice, and then I glazed it, and then I put a little paper bead in the middle. Like I said, I'm going to make a necklace out of that bead. And I just thought, I think this PC wood petrifier is awesome, because this bead that I showed you earlier actually feels like a piece of wood. It's crazy. That stuff is awesome. This bead is not going anywhere. I still have to glaze it, so it's going to be really pretty to see those colors come through on that bead. When I do glaze it. Excuse my nails again, but I should have painted those. I like painting my beads and glazing my beads more than I do my nails. So anyways, if you are looking, I haven't seen too many people. Actually, I haven't seen anybody with these bead rollers except for Julie on any of their videos. So I'm guessing I'm the only one doing a review on YouTube. Unless I'm wrong, you can tell me I'm wrong. But I would suggest you guys go ahead and give it a shot. If you don't want to buy all 5 of these, I would recommend, if you want to just try them out, go ahead and get the number 3, the 1/8. I would get if you like doing your, little tiny holes for your beads, the 2mm, or the 4.75, which I believe this is just like a 5mm. Anyways, or just try one, which my favorite again is the number 3, the 1/8. Most of my beads have that hole size just because of the cords and hemp. I'm really into using hemp and things. So if I need smaller beads, though, I at least have that tool. I mean, if you can do it, it's only, I think, $35 to get the whole set, and it's actually cheaper if you buy the set than just buying one at a time, and you're going to fall in love with them anyways. So you might as well just go ahead and get the whole set, and then I'd like to see a video of you guys using them, what you think about it. These bead rollers are just really awesome. So anyways, I've showed you some of my beads that I've used. I do have an Etsy shop, and I have some jewelry that I have made in my Etsy shop, and that is Jamaica Me Crazy Beads on Etsy. Go ahead and check out my shop. All of my beads are rolled by her bead rollers. So, and you can tell that they're very nicely rolled. But yeah, they're all done with this bead roller. And I've made some necklaces. I've got one actually on that I'm wearing right now. And these beads actually on this necklace are Julie's beads. They came with my bead rollers, some sample beads. I love her beads. So I made a necklace out of that one. And one of her other beads that she sent, which I will get. I love sample beads. I love little surprises and things that you buy from Etsy. That's why it's so cool to buy from Etsy, because everybody always throws in something really neat. These are some other beads that she made. They're like little tie-dyed beads. So I stuck them on with some glass, square, kind of flat hippie beads, little flowers on them. They're kind of see-through except for the flowers. So this is my hippie me necklace, little clasp at the end. And it is stretchy, so you don't really have to undo the clasp if you don't want to, which I usually don't. It's kind of just for looks. Anyways, I thought those beads were really neat, and it made a really, really neat necklace. So, trying to see if I've got anything else. But anyways, that is all the stuff that I've been doing with her bead rollers. I hope you try them out because you're going to love them just as much as I do. And if you, like I said, if you want to go ahead and get them and then give me, tag me or something like that, I would love to see what you guys think about her rollers. And anyways, Julie, thank you. Good job. I'll talk to you later, bead rollers.